Old is my superpower. I am now at an age when I can choose to retire early. My pensions are enough that I can walk out of work and just retire tomorrow. I plan on working for another 2 years, possibly 3 before I retire a bit more comfortably, but the fact that I can walk tomorrow is wonderfully freeing. I WFH since COVID and was told on Friday that I needed to move back into the office. There is no real reason as I work on servers that could be anywhere, even I don't know where they are, and work with a group of people most of whom I have never met and do not work in the same site as my home site or even each other. I work for a multinational. I would be sitting in an office with people I don't know or work with. Even my boss works at a site a few hundred miles away just to the look of things. I said that I would not move back to the office and that it was time to retire. I am on a 1-month notice contract and I have 17 days leave banked so far this year. That's 3 weeks and 2 days of my notice month, leaving 3 days. I have 9 hours of flexi leave banked, so that leaves about 1.5 days, of which HR will take up my last day with admin, signatures, returning equipment and leaving interviews. My boss's boss, who is pushing for return to office, would have me for about 4 hours to explain to my replacement how to do my job. Since I am the only person who does what I do, and it's a bit of a wide-ranging job from admin to supply management, server maintenance and database programming and management, 4 hours is just about enough to hand over all my logins and transfer my source code. I got the message this morning that I can remain WFH. Being old is a real superpower. Edit. After a lot of discussion, I am realizing that the word pension means something different in the UK from the US. My pension is a pot of money that I and my employer have paid into. It is not a fixed monthly sum from my employer based on my salary. Those pretty much closed in the 90s. I think our pensions are closer to the US 401k. Newer ones are owned by the employee, but some older schemes are held by the employer. I have a few pensions because I moved employer. My wife has 3. The first one is a small defined benefits one from the late 80s. What I think is meant by the word pension for Americans. Pension? Pensions? Good for you, buddy. Enjoyed the flames. Be sure to share your WFH status with your colleagues so they can use this info as leverage for their situations. Pensions? What's that like? Elaborate for the younger generation who will never get to experience that wonderful benefit, and are instead left with shitty 401ks that will never allow us to retire thanks to the baby boomers. No, being financially secure is your superpower. There are a great many more old people who cannot retire without having to worry about running out of money than there are old people who can. I personally know this is sad. More than one old person who dropped dead at work, after official retirement age, because they couldn't afford to not work. WFH should be optional. Some people work better at home, others may find it hard to concentrate due to children or other factors. I was the only one to speak up at my last job about this, and since then the company boss knew my name and hated me for it. Lololol. You don't have a boss or his boss who is a narcissist who would cut his own nose off to see you go. Plenty of bad managers out there who have no business managing people. God bless you, old person. Old is my superpower, love it. Age and treachery will always overcome youth and skill. Thumbs up, smiley face. Thanks for explaining what pension means to you in the UK. I learned something new and that makes this a really good day for me. I love how you pushed back on the RTO. My company can't do that really. Many of us don't work in an area where we can go into an office lol. I love these stories of workers taking back the power. Keep it up. It's a wonderful thing when you've decided you've given your last FCK, but nobody else knows. Well deserved, mate. Thumbs up, cool face. Unfortunately, old is not a superpower. It's considered a detriment for these scumbag companies. Congratulations on your retirement. Many of us on Reddit will not know what that concept is. Good for you, fellow IT type. Semi-similar position for me as well, and my bosses all know it, and I'm also lucky in that we all work remote and love the work-life balance it gives. That is awesome, congratulations. Quit and charge 3x more as a consultant with your pension. I think your true superpower is not taking any shit. It just took till you were old to realize. I can retire early too, it's a nice option to have. I just have to figure out which method to use. The robe? Sleeping pills? Enjoy having a pension. Us younger generations get nothing. Old isn't anything to do with this. Being financially secure is. I am in the USA. I burn with envy at anybody who has a pension. I see now that your pension is more like our 401k. So, instead, I burn with envy about your NHS. I know it is not perfect, but it is far better than here. Congratulations. I would caution you that since you've won, even though they make up the rules to the game, they will double down on ways to punish you. Statistically, retiring before age 65 will tend to extend your overall lifespan. I was fortunate to be able to get out before turning 60, and haven't regretted a moment of it. Yay yo after man. This is why we need UB. If everyone was financially secure, no bullshit would fly. We used to call that the fuck you fund. I made sure my bosses knew I had fuck you money. Most of them had the sense to treat me well. The last one didn't. I retired. So the TL doctor, I can have my boss on his knees sucking my dick if I'm in a bad mood because he needs me more than I need him or the job. Pension means something different in the UK from the US. No, they're the same, though the specifics will differ. It's just that young people don't understand what a pension is. I consider myself very lucky to have one myself. The fuck is the point of this post if it isn't a LARP or some middle class, disconnected arsehole bragging to a bunch of lower class people? Bro. This sub straight up sucks now. Okay pal. Is your position going to be replaced? Then please stop holding it from someone who needs a job and go enjoy your life. Being old isn't a superpower, it's just that you were lucky to have been born with the economic golden spoon in your mouth. You got to start working in an era when jobs weren't difficult to find, and upward mobility was possible. Every advantage you got, you were probably the last generation to get. The rest of us are here wondering if they will ever be able to retire, if not when. Just retire then, open that job for someone younger who needs it. Keeping a job you don't need? That is pro-work, you may be in the wrong forum. It's amazing how people will sign up for almost anything. If you can retire and do not, it makes you a tool and a thief. Vote me down, it's true, and I don't care about you. I retired and let the next gen have some, unlike greedy fucking boomers. First of all, Wheel played second. I'm the kind of person who would have gone to the office and made their lives a living hell. Plug the toilets, random time-wasting pranks that can't be traced to me, demands for more coffee varieties, made-up food allergy requirements, break room demands, hourly fresh air breaks, travel receipts for new work demands. Even when none of them go anywhere, you're stirring the shit and making their lives difficult for the same reason they want you in the office. Power. Hol up. You work on servers but to know what a trace it does? Yikes. Yeah, for you it is, and some people get sick and die early and some people get fucked and age miserably. Have some perspective. I am happy for you, just don't let it go to your head. Pension, huh? I'm an old too, and at retirement age. No pension for me though. Let me guess, government worker? Pension thanks to the taxpayers? Just askin'. Lol, hours of vacation? Yes, congratulations, you are one of the boomers who had it easy in life. 90% of the world population will never experience your level of luxury. They know you have fuck you power, now they will train a replacement before you can do that again. They'll probably try again in 6 months, 1 year. What will your monthly income be when you retire? It's actually the power of not giving a fuck. Fuck you, money is the best money.